Homer. Did he even exist? So we don't know because he was blind. That doesn't mean blind people don't exist. That's a horrible joke. But he was blind, and so the idea that he was a writer was very confusing. Also, the fact that his writing might have actually not been writing, but it was a verbal poem that spanned days. And he wrote the Iliad, he wrote the Odyssey, he wrote those things. He also, oddly enough, wrote a lot of things that he shouldn't have known. He should have been 500 years old for the fact of all of the information he knew. He knew of the past, he knew of the future. It was a little weird the way we tried to put a date of birth, date of death, because the information he had, he would have had to be much older. Also, because it was before the internet, before printing presses, like it was before the point of where he could have just researched that. And so he's an interesting character. We know very little about his life. We know even less about his love life. I don't think I have a single point about his love life. Let me look. Oh, the reason, no, we don't have any records of his love life. The reason he is so famous is because in the grand burning of the Library of Alexandria, his were the only books that survived, which I think is such an interesting thing. Your luck, your fame, your legacy can be up to luck. Your luck can be up to luck, yeah, but there's something interesting and about that's something that will never not blow my mind. You have no idea what data point of your life is important. Like the saying, you can only connect the stars backwards, but you have to live forwards, is a little bit like that. So, how to write a love letter like him? So, what would I say you must like to write a love letter like him? You must be stoic and not even just stoic, but have a need for a personal life. And this is an interpretation I am giving him because we have so little information about him that someone who just likes a personal life. I will never get over the fact that some people share story times in real time. What do you mean in real time? You just got your heart broken yesterday. You're filming your get ready with me now and telling. And it's not judgment. It is amazement because I need more privacy than that. And I write poetry, but I need more privacy than in real time. I think that's something that's beautiful with writing and books is it's never in real time, which to some people is probably annoying, but to me there's a beauty in the delay of a message, in the reprocessing of the information and all of that. So, also, why should you write a love letter? It's easy to take people for granted. It's like looks for women. Women, people care about looks. With men, people care about words humongously. Not only, but there's few things that rival that. And yeah, so let's get into the love letter prompts. This is going to be a shorter one because we have no information about him. We have no gossip. There's nothing juicy. And even if there was, we don't know it. So, except the fact that he might not have existed. But does that do anything? Anyways, love letter number 1. I'll read you the quote and then I'll give you the prompt. So she spoke in his heart, and he longed to hold his faithful wife. In the Odyssey, he was thinking about Penelope. That's where that quote is from. What reminds you of her? The more niche, the better. I think that's something really cute. And I think that's sometimes something we only think of after we break up, after something ends, is all of the things that remind us of them because it's an unpleasant experience. But when you like them, some people are not going to break up, which is great. You should focus on that now. I think there's so many things, I've talked about this ad nauseum because it's so true and it's so unfortunate. I think there's so many things we take for granted until we lose them. And I think love letters is kind of like the mental exercise of trying not to take things for granted. Next one. So faithful was she to her husband, though he was far away. The prompt is, what's the future vision you are both faithful to every day, and thank them? What are you guys building together? It might be a family, it might be a future, it might be a company. Like, it doesn't have to be like a concrete thing like a company. It can be. But you usually are building something with someone. It might be better communication, whatever it is, but I think thanking someone for the small but significant effort they put in every day, I think is a beautiful thing. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to check out the books that are about to come out. And yeah, because I'm a writer and a poet. And yeah, bye. Are you a question or an answer? The fools who think to stand alone with an idea is scary are the same that see comfort in the majority. But if the majority was right, no one would write. No one would think to raise a pencil to each of the new empty papers. Nobody would want to turn paper into pages. Because the piece a writer searches for in a blank page would be found in the world. The discussion of right or wrong is subjective, yet, most of the time, the ideas we love would fade away as quickly as everybody else. We love to be loved, but don't love to be questioned. Yet, wouldn't you rather be a question everybody answers differently than an answer nobody knows? They might never see you, and you might never see them. They might never see you. They might never hear the disappointment in your silence. They might never know the sentences you want to say but don't in fear of sounding like a broken record. They might never see all the insecurities you don't point out to them because you're scared they will stand out to them now too. They might never see the small changes in your pupils when you look at them because they never see your eyes when you don't look at them. They might never see you outside of the context of them. They might never hear the small sighs in the morning when you start another day trying to be better, but being pretty sure you will fail. They will never hear the songs you skip because they make you too emotional. They will never hear all the things you think are so clear, but you never said to them. You might go through life hearing different reviews of the series of books which is your life, none true, but some quite inventative and far-fetched. You might never be seen or heard the way you crave to be. But maybe you will, and that maybe makes it exciting. That small string of maybes might hold you up. It is what makes you go out on yet another date you hate to get dressed, to get to know someone outside of their home, to try to talk. The small maybe is what we live for. The small maybes of life. Maybe I'll run into the love of my life. Maybe the career I love will love me back. Maybe this life is worth another try, she says, with a small but sharp sigh. So quiet that only another maybe could hear it. And maybe someday the two maybes turn their sighs into laughter and their ears into their most used part themselves. Who knows? Maybe. Even horrible things have to start. What's the point of trying if all I do is wrong? He thinks the second part of the sentence, why am I guilty until proven innocent? I am a New York journalist. My birthday is on the 24th of December 1994. I just turned 30. It's Christmas and I'm alone in all the ways a soul can be and a body cannot be. I am 1 meter 95, 58 centimeters. Or in feet, that's 6 feet 5 inches. I know I shouldn't be so exact. And to be honest, I'm not even such a numbers guy. But that's partially how the world has defined me. And since it's one of the few positive traits I get complimented on, I keep it close. Like a lonely woman and her Birkin. I swear I'm not as shallow as I sound, he says to his date, Annabelle, who clearly is just as annoyed at life as he is. They both do the first date angry tango. They both thought at least twice, well, you seem nice. Why are you still single? But what they actually ended up saying was, what do you bring to the table? He says. His date replies, nothing. We are at a restaurant, so last I checked, that's the waiter's job. Then she fell into a laugh so deep you would have thought she was a comedian who just hit a comedic home run. That was the first page and one sentence of the second page of my fiction book. It's called The Great Souls Disconnect. If you also just look up my name, Anna Cobbler, I will put it here how to type it. Also, it's my username. You can check it out on Amazon. It's available on Kindle and hardcover. Look at this cover. I hope you enjoyed those trailers of my books, and if you want to read on, order them on Amazon. Everything is linked in the description, always. And you can also always look it up under my name, Anna Cobbler.